So,
How are you?
Bonjour, monsieur.
okay, we have a normal curve here constructed in the usual
They
manner.
look exactly
And
the same.
we'll see you Monday morning,
See ya.
Joanne.
See you later, Joanne.
See ya.
Okay, normal curve in green, right? Now, I'm assuming a standard deviation of 1.2. Okay? So what I'm doing is I'm making a bar here, creating a bar graph. I'm making a bar that's half a standard deviation to the right and half a standard deviation to the left of the middle. So there is a bar, right? Okay? Might be polar, might be grizzly, whatever. Now, the area under this bar is designed to be equal to the area under the curve between these 2 points. So I've got as much of this orange region above the curve as I've got curve above the orange region, or at least that's what I try to do. Make sense? Okay. Now, I've got another region that's a standard deviation wide. This is 1.2. This is 1.2. And this is 1.2. Okay? I'm going to try to make a bar here. Okay? And I want the area that the bar goes above the curve to be equal to the area of this region that's missing underneath the curve. So if I put the bar here, I'd have this much area above the curve, but I'd have all this area below the curve, so it's got to go higher. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
So if I go up to like here, let's see, and I cut across here, now I've got this area. So that looks like it kind of works. Now I could refine that. But this area here looks to be about equal to this area here. Okay? And then I can come over on this side and do the same thing. And of course, if I've got a well-drawn normal curve, all I have to do is make the bar here as high as this one, right? Mm-hmm. And since I'm extraordinarily good at drawing normal curves, obviously,
Of course, definitely.
it kind of works out, right? That was just luck. Okay? Now I could then go on and do another segment of the curve. Now, we've only gone in most of our work from -2 to 2. We didn't go over as far as -3 and +3. But let's say here's 2, not 3. That's what comes after 2. I'll explain that to you someday when I'm sure I understand it. Okay? We have -3 here. Okay? So I could do another bar. Okay? I can go out from 1.8 to 3, and that takes me to 1.2. I mean, that gives me a bar of width 1.2. And I've got to come up here and across here, and maybe this area here and this area here are more or less equal. I think I got close, but it's not all that good. And then I do the same thing over here. So now I've got 3 bars that might well represent the probabilities if I flip how many coins? How many coins would these bars correspond to? Well, how many heads do you have here?
3.
What's the least number of heads you can have?
0.
Okay, so that corresponds to 0 heads, right?
Mm-hmm.
So we'll say that this bar corresponds to 0 heads. This bar corresponds to 1 head. This to 2 heads. This to 3 heads. And this to 4 heads. Now I should be capitalizing the word heads so it doesn't correspond to things above the neck, but corresponds to outcomes of a coin. So it doesn't get mistaken, but since I'm illiterate, it didn't work. Okay, so how many coins? You got 4, right? Okay? The numbers that you get for 4 coins, if you flip them a large number of times, go like this. Now, does that look reasonable for the heights of these rectangles?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think this is a little more than 4 times as high as this one, but my normal curve over here tails off in a way that I probably didn't quite get right. Okay, and it's not going to be exact, it's not going to be an exact match. But in this sense, the outcomes when you flip coins are modeled well, even for just 4 coins, by the normal curve. Okay? Okay, well, it's 3:25, and that's going to end all the classes we have before you get your take-home final.
What's our home?
But I'll be seeing you all next week, all week, more than you want to see me. Okay? I'll be looking forward to seeing you.
We're going to get our take-home exam on Monday.
You'll get the first 4 or 5 problems within an hour or so. It'll be posted. That's the first thing I'm going to post.
So what's our homework?
You'll have to see it because I don't know yet. It's going to evolve out of my feeble brain over the next couple of hours. I'll have it posted before I leave here,
Don't worry. Don't worry about it.
and I'm not going to stay here all night. Okay? You know, I'm not going to, my mind's not going to keep working well.
So I'll put our money
You know,
towards it.
what is it, 3:30? I've been here for 6 hours. If I'm here for 3 more, that's 9 straight hours. And at some point, my brain is going to just decide that I'm not doing anything that's going to be helpful to anybody, okay? Then I'm going to go home,
We'll never have to come back to this class.
and then maybe
but we'll-
then I'll probably do some more, but I won't be able to post it until tomorrow. Okay.
Does these markers